All right, we are on hole number 2. It's a par 3 in the Juniper Point course, and we're going to this par 3 right here is definitely hole in oneable, and you can see I'm wedging my blue rings up against the sand, and that the transition between the rough and the fringe. We're going to put on just a little bit of backspin and a little bit of side spin, and trying to go pretty straight at the hole. This is definitely a hole that you want to bring a long iron, your long iron that has your best ball guide. It's a very hole-in-oneable hole. And partially, you can always tell on the par threes which ones are you've got legitimate shots at hole-in-one every time you come to it. It's because you don't have, and they're the holes that you don't have to make a lot of adjustment. You don't have to do a lot of side spin, or you don't have to do any curl. Very little backspin, topspin, just minor adjustments. It's a matter of picking the right spot so that every time you're giving yourself a super legitimate shot at getting in the hole. And this is definitely one of those holes. Now our opponent, well, they end up closer than us. They drop down the hill, and I'm not as big a fan of dropping down that hill, because when you start doing the roll down like that, that's a variable. You have no idea where you're going to end up at the end of that roll, and I'd rather kind of guide my ball straight towards the hole. So when you're coming here, and this is one of those holes that you can pick. You can pick any spot you want out there and then make adjustments for that spot. I just like to, when I'm shooting some of these holes, I like to find a spot where I can wedge my rings in, and so that every time I go to that hole, it's very consistent. I'm working on the same exact shot every time. All right, that was hole number 2, par 3 of Juniper Point. Thanks for watching. Maybe.